Hi, I'm Ken Shorley. I'm here with another frame drum lesson, this one featuring the upright style. So I thought we could go over some of the basics of this style and play some exercises to help you get comfortable with it. So the first thing is the balance, and to me, balance is the most important thing about this style. So this particular drum, this is a 14-inch Cooperman tar. I'll give you a little close-up here, and there is a thumb hole in the bottom of the drum, and you place your thumb through the hole, and the front fingers rest to balance the drum. Now, ideally, you should be able to hold the drum vertically, just with your supporting hand. Now, because I'm a right-handed person, I have this supported on my left hand. Okay, you should be able to have it upright and bearing most of the weight while you play ka with the ring finger of your supporting hand. Now you can notice as I'm playing that, it's wobbling a bit back and forth with the movement of my hand and the movement of gravity. So the thumb for the dominant hand holds the drum on the side, just touches it very lightly. And the main function of that is to provide a pivot for your main playing hand, so that you can play your dums and teks and pa, but also to stabilize that drum so that as you play with that supporting hand, the drum is not rocking back and forth. But I want to emphasize that you should be able to, in this style, hold the drum comfortably upright and play ka at the same time without it falling over. All right, so try to practice that balance. The other thing too is, it's called upright because of the position of the drum, but you don't have to literally hold it up. Keep your shoulder relaxed as much as possible. Bend at the elbow and feel the weight of the drum where it's comfortable. So it's upright in the sense that the drum itself is upright, but it doesn't mean that your arm is being held up. It's more like this. Okay. So dominant hand holds the thumb gently on the side, and let's review the strokes for the upright. Both the dum and the tek are the ring finger. You make contact with the fleshy part of the ring finger. Okay, so as you pivot, you extend your hand closer to the middle of the drum. You don't have to reach all the way in, but you extend it so your fingers are extended out, and then bring that ring finger in and let it bounce off the head. Okay. And always check in. Make sure that the shoulder that's holding the drum isn't tense. Okay. Keep it low. Keep your elbow heavy, relaxed as much as possible. And try that. Dum, dum. Let's alternate between the dum and the ka, which is our supporting hand. Let's just do dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka. Now just take a minute to notice where the two fingers are striking this drum. They're slightly different. Dum, it is with the ring finger, but it's close, it's almost halfway in to the center of the head. Ka, right at the edge. Right at the edge, okay? So you just, if you're holding the drum correctly, that ring finger should end up naturally in that spot, okay? So dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka, dum, dum, ka. Keep both arms and shoulders relaxed. Elbows are heavy. Wrists are relaxed. The fingers are not tense. You open them, extend them. the drum resonate as much as possible. Okay, great. Now, what happens when you want to go between dum and tek? This is where this pivoting of your dominant hand comes into play. The motion is the same, this sort of sweeping motion. Okay, you're pivoting on that thumb, but rather than reaching into the center, you pivot so that when you play tek, it's right at the edge, and it should be right next to your supporting hand. If we zoom in on that, you can see they're side by side, tek and ka. Okay, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka. Tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka. Tek ka. Tek with the dominant hand, pivot, ka with the supporting hand. It's the same sound. It's basically the same stroke, just one with one hand, one with the other. Tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka. Tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka, tek ka. Okay, so the main motion with your dominant hand is this alternation between reaching in for the dum and pivoting down close to your supporting hand for tek. Dum, ka, tek, ka. Let's just loop that. Dum, ka, tek, ka. Everything is a bounce. So if you're not getting any resonance, it probably means that you're holding your finger on the head of the drum too long. Just let it bounce. And the same with your ka. If it sounds kind of, this is not going to be quite as loud because your supporting hand is busy, okay, and it takes time to build up the strength. So don't worry about ka being loud, but try to get dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka. Try a little faster. Dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka. Dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka. Dum, ka, tek, ka, dum, ka, tek, ka. Okay, the other stroke in the upright style is the pa, which is the muted stroke. And the motion is the same as for dum, where you're sort of allowing the hand to reach in closer towards the center. But rather than bouncing the ring finger off, which you do for dum, you just touch with all your fingers, all four fingers, and just press lightly into the head of that drum. Okay, and that will give you pa, which is a different texture. If you bounce, you'll get this sort of cloudy sound halfway between a dum and a pa. So make sure that you just close your fingers. And it doesn't have to be a big slap or anything, just a press, pa. So you can alternate between your dum and your pa. It's the same motion. You still wind up. You're still aiming for the same part of the drum head, but you make contact with different fingers. Ring finger for dum, tips of the four fingers, the tips, right? So it's not, you don't have to use the full length of the fingers. You can just reach in and I'll show that, okay? Just with the tips of those fingers, okay? Dum, dum, pa, pa, dum, dum, pa, pa, dum, ka, pa, pa, dum, ka, pa, pa. let's give our supporting hand a bit of a rest. My thumb gets a little sore, being the one who's holding up this drum. So just have to make sure you stay relaxed and don't build up any tension in that thumb. Okay. And then you can get back into the playing position. Let's do an exercise which uses all three strokes, the dum, the tek, and the pa. And we're going to change the space between it by using the ka, the supporting hand. So what we're going to do is alternate between dum, ka, tek, ka, pa, ka. So just those three. 1 and 2 and 3 and make sure after you play pa, if you leave your fingers on the head of the drum, you'll mute that ka. So pa and then take them off. So your ka rings out. Dum, ka, tek, ka, pa, ka. Dum, ka, tek, ka, pa, ka. So we're going to do that twice, that sequence twice, and then we're going to change the rhythm and do 2 kas between each stroke. Dum, ka, ka, tek, ka, ka, pa, ka, ka. Dum, tek. And we'll do that twice. Okay, so let's go back and forth. Groups of 2, dum and tek and pa, and dum and tek and pa. Then groups of 3, dum and tek and pa, and dum and tek and pa. 1, 2, 3. Dum ka tek ka pa, ka dum ka tek ka pa, ka dum ka tek ka pa, ka dum ka tek ka. Beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then 1 and 2 and 3. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do for more videos on rhythm, drumming, and percussion.